The Culture Xperience. The Culture Xperience.
You're listening to The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. I'm Mel Tillar, your host, and I'm out and about, and I'm hanging out with
Clarence Shaw.
And we are at a very special event. Mr. Shaw, tell us what this event is all about.
Well, real quickly, what happened nationally, there is some conversation about doing less for MLK. Okay. So we decided to do more for MLK, and we decided to do a celebration on his birthday, not waiting to a government official to tell us when to celebrate his birthday. My birthday is August 4th. I'd like to celebrate it on the 4th, not the 10th. Hence, we put together this real quickly, about 3 or 4 weeks, and we have an astonishing support.
This is fantastic. We're talking about celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Tell me some of the things that I can expect today.
So we got a roster of guest speakers from various parts of the Valley. It's very important for us to create unity in everything that we do. We have youth that will be entertain us. We have free food, and we have birthday cake for Dr. Luther King. So those are some of the things that you can look forward to.
Tell me why Dr. King is still so important today.
His thoughts and what he stood for transcends civil rights. It goes into so many different categories in life. So it's good for us to be cognizant of where we've been and where we should be going in terms of loving this world.
That's fantastic. Tell me some of the speakers that we're going to hear today.
So we have Councilperson Armstrong, who's here. We have Dr. Dino, who's going to speak about the Congo Square in New Orleans. Sir Will from out on the Valley, he's coming out, share some words with us. Just a good roster of folks on Solid Truth is going to do poet.
Oh, I love that. I love Solid Truth.
And we have some youth that are on the roster that's going to provide some entertainment with us.
That's fantastic. What would you like the audience to know about Dr. Martin Luther King?
He was a collaborator. I think, he was a collaborator in a whole lot of different ways. The overarching thing to me is collaboration and how he drew so many people into this one cause. And I think that's one thing that we're trying to do, Dr. G and I, is make good collaboration, bring unity together, and let's move forward in life.
Dr. Martin Luther King still making a difference in our community. You've been listening to The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. I'm Mel Tillar, your host. And until next time, remember, celebrate the culture.
This segment is underwritten by the original outstanding gentleman of Las Vegas. Everything rises and falls on leadership.
You're listening to The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. I'm Mel Tillar, your host. I'm thrilled to be with you today. My guest today, one of my favorite people. I'm going to put that out there right out front. She's one of the hardest working women in Las Vegas, one of the most impactful women in Las Vegas. Her name is Kamilah Bywaters. She is the co-chair for the Las Vegas Alliance of Black School Educators. She's the third vice president for Clark County Democratic Party, and much, much, much more. It would take about 10 minutes to tell you all the things that she is doing. Kamilah, my friend, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing in the community. I look forward to our conversation and just, giving people an opportunity to get to know who I am. And some of the work that I do in Las Vegas is always so fun.
Yes. It must be fun because you're doing a lot of it.
I know. Listen, when people call for help, you just have to help, and that's how my dad raised me to be that individual and that person. And I've really embraced that. I love our community. I love people, and I just love helping people to become who they were meant to be and help people to solve and navigate any challenges that they have.
Okay, so you're running for Assembly District 2. What inspired you to run?
Goodness gracious, like that is the question, right? So if you don't remember, I did run for the school board for District E in
Yes.
2024. And y'all, that race was as toxic could be. And the whole, just from the whole federal level down to the local level, it was a very hard experience. I was attacked. My family was attacked during the race. There were people who spread lies about our work and who we were, about our campaign. So my mom actually asked, she's like, Kamilah, are you sure you want to run again just after experiencing what you experienced the first time in 2024? And I looked at her and I smiled, and I said, HELL hockey sticks. Yeah. We're not going out like that, because that is the purpose of political toxicity. The purpose of it is to get good people not to run. And for me, I'm like, bring it on, bring on more, because for an individual or opposition to come against good candidates in such a way, that means that you're a threat. So yes. I am so excited to run for Assembly District 2. And the reason that I am running is because I feel that I've been able to, just with the work that I've done with the Las Vegas Alliance of Black School Educators and the work that I do in the community, I've been able to help with our organization to help individual families. So for example, when students are being expelled, and they shouldn't be expelled, that shouldn't be the course of action, we've been able to help students stay in school. When families are disappointed about customer service, we've been able to help families get the course of action that they want. When people who have been in leadership have been assistant principals and have been waiting their turn to be principals, we've been able to support individuals to become principals in the Clark County School District. We've helped families with all different types of scenarios that they need support with. We've helped teachers get jobs. We've helped teachers to move to different schools if they wanted to. So what I realized in that work is that although it's rewarding, we're helping a lot of individuals. And when we help those individuals, there's still other individuals who come back with the same problem.
Yes.
Which tells me that we're not impacting the system. We're just helping individuals to individually make a move in the way that they should within the system. At this time, I think that I would be more influential in being able to make laws that start to change the system, so that we turn these individual problems into a solution that helps everyone who's experiencing it. So I'm running because my impact has been seen as a person kind of on the outside, as a leader in an organization. And I think that I'll have more impact in helping to transform systems as a lawmaker.
I love that you talked about laws. If you were to become the assembly person for District 2, what bills would you offer?
Oh yeah, this is a great question. So if you don't know, Assembly District 2 is in Summerlin, and some of my area is, let's see, you have some of the areas out here are Far Hills. We have Far Hills Avenue. We have Tompkins to Reno Avenue. So it's a Summerlin area. And what I love about it is that if you remember, for the school board, I had about 200,000 people that I had to reach. Yes. So now with Assembly District 2, my area in Summerlin gets so much smaller. So it's more about probably around like more 70,000, and that I will be able to reach those individuals. So one thing so I have 3 areas of interest as I've been doing my research on Summerlin in this specific area. Some of the topics of concern are education, public safety and crime, and affordability. In regards to affordability, we're talking about corporate housing, rental control, and supply and demand, right? Yes. So in regards to education, some policies that I'm interested in, or laws that I'm interested in, are the at-risk dollars and how those are being spent, and ensuring that money that's earmarked for a specific purpose goes to the purpose that it is that it's supposed to be utilized for. Another area of interest, in our area is in Summerlin area, families want to be a part of their children's education. They want to have a say, and I think that's a great part of working together with schools. And we know that we have lost a lot of our students to a lot of our students have withdrawn from the Clark County School District. So I would love to work with our community and our schools to find ways to improve our educational system.
There are some people who want to help you with your campaign. Maybe they want to donate. Maybe they want to spend some time knocking on doors for you. How do they contact you?
Yes, so listen, I need all hands on deck. And there are so many ways that you can contribute to my campaign. If you would like to get more information, you can check out my website at Kamilah4Nevadans at .com. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my email, which is Kamilah4Nevadans at gmail.com. And you can always Google me. And when you Google me, you'll find all of my social media platforms. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok, Kamilah Bywaters.
All right. I'm going to leave the last word with you. What would you like our listening audience at the very end to think about when they think about Kamilah Bywaters?
Know that I'm committed to your future. And in 2026, there is no time for us to play around and play games. We need all hands on deck. We need to make sure that in these midterms in 2026, that we're voting for Kamilah Bywaters and also those individuals who care about what you care about, who value what you value. Because right now we are in a fight for democracy, and it's important that we have elected officials in place who will build a barrier around what's coming down from the federal government.
You've been listening to The Culture Experience with Mel and Bruce. I'm Mel Tillar, your host, and until next time, remember, celebrate the culture.
Words of wisdom. Relationships don't last because of the good times. They last because the hard times were handled with love and care.
Hey, what's up, family? This is The Culture Experience with Mel and Bruce. And you know, I am your wonderful host, Bruce Milam Jr., a.k.a. Las Vegas Bruce. I'm in the building with a special guest. And listen, it is a special season. It's tax season. Now, when it's tax season, you need a professional in your life. Okay, you can't call Unc and Auntie all the time just to do your taxes and, hey, let me just get on ChatGPT. Now, this is not the time. You need a real professional. So I got Alpha Business Services, Mrs. Angie Garner in the building to help you guys out. How you doing, Miss Garner?
Hi, Bruce. How you doing? I'm great.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm doing magnificent. You know, I'm always doing magnificent as usual.
Thanks, Bruce, for inviting me. But yes, I operate a business called Alpha Business Services. I've existed over 20 years, but I've been providing tax services for the last 10 years now. Was birthed out of a desire to help pretty much the small business owners with organizing their taxes and being tax ready and filing and paying their taxes, because I've seen the pains and the hurts from my experience as a tax auditor for the state of California, as well as a tax compliance officer. And so in those capacities, I've seen the struggles of small business owners. So I am here on this side of the table, this side of the coin, to help small business owners manage their business finances. I also assist in forming business entities. Then I also assist in the mortgage loan capacity. I can assist those that are looking to purchase a home as well as refinance homes. And those are the things that I pretty much offer from Alpha Business Services.
Can you give everybody your phone number, website, and email so they can contact you? Because there's some entrepreneurs. It's a fresh year, people ready to get started. So give us your contact information so we know how to contact you to get our LLC going, our corporation, get our taxes, stay compliant, and do this for real. What's your information, Mrs. Garner?
Absolutely. So my website address is alphabusinessservices.net. And then my phone number is 866-272-6500.
Can you tell everybody some special dates or what we need to do right now, things that we can get prepared, as far as the schedule that we have going on right now? What's the dates that we need to have things done? Because people are already we know the April 15th, we know this date. Can you break some of that down and how it works for us so we can know how to be prepared?
Absolutely. So first of all, I'd like to share that the IRS generally closed down and shut down its filing systems end of the year last year. And they will reopen this January 26th. That's the date that they will start to receive and process tax returns for the 2025 tax year. Well, basically for all tax years. So I want people to know that that's the date that you can start meeting with your tax preparer and to prepare those tax returns. Before that date, the system is not ready to accept the 2025 tax year. The due date is April 15th each year. However, there is also an extended tax filing due date of October 15th. And those dates are important for those individuals who generally incur balance due on their tax returns. Because if you fail to file timely on those dates, you could incur penalties and interest. And we always want to avoid paying more money to the government. So those two dates are very important for that purpose. And then there's also the estimated tax payments. And generally that applies to those individuals who incur more than $1,000 in tax liability and have no withholdings from no other sources. You are pretty much have a requirement to make estimated tax payments towards the current year tax liability. And there's due dates, which are quarterly payments, and there's due dates that apply to that as well, because there are also penalties and entries that could be assessed against you for failing to file those payments as well.
That's why I want to tell everybody, this is the reason why you just need a professional on your side, right? Call Angie at Alpha Business Services at 866-272-6500. Faith, finance, clarity, and prosperity. That is Angie Garner right here tonight. Really appreciate you coming in here too. So what's happening with this big, beautiful bill? Is there some things that we could benefit with this today? What's going on with this bill? Is there some benefits for us?
To hear the full interview and all of our bonus content, visit our YouTube channel, The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. And don't forget, hit those buttons, subscribe, share, and like.
You're listening to The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. I'm Mel Tillar, your host. I'm thrilled to be with you today. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest that is going to tell you some information that is going to be very exciting for our community, because there's an organization called the Original Outstanding Gentlemen who are doing some big things in the Las Vegas Valley. Our guest today is Mr. Grady Hays. He served as the vice president of that organization. He's a member of that board. He is now the director of marketing and sales for ISP.net. He is the man with the plan. Grady, welcome to the show.
Well, good morning, Mel. How are you doing this morning? I'm really honored to have the opportunity to be on your show.
Thank you so much. We are thrilled to have you on board. Thrilled to hear more and more and more about the Original Outstanding Gentlemen. That organization is making some noise in our valley. So tell me, how did this organization come about? How was it formed?
Well, Mel, like a lot of great things, it started very simply. We were a social club, and a group of the original members used to meet at the, I guess it used to be on Charleston there. It was the Elks Club. And after that location closed down, they wanted to kind of grow and do more. So they got together and they start growing and start meeting at Arizona Charlie's on Decatur.
Okay. Yeah.
And we met for breakfast on Saturday mornings, and we kind of did some brainstorming because we wanted to do more. We knew that we could just stay a social club and kind of just have a great time. A lot of retired gentlemen and just enjoy life, or we could actually make a contribution to the community. And we made the decision that we wanted to make a contribution. So we started building it from there. And then we kind of evolved to have meetings at different locations. And as we were building the organization together, we decided, well, if we could concentrate on 4 specific things that we wanted to improve, what would they be? So we said, well, one of the key things was seniors. We knew that they were being neglected in a lot of areas, especially in the historic west side of Las Vegas. So, and we know there was a lot of problems with food challenges with that segment of the community. So we said, okay, that's one of the pillars we want to work on. Number 2, conversely, would be youth. We know that the youth, we felt, were being neglected in a lot of areas, especially in that portion of the community. So we said, okay, that's pillar number 2. So number 3, let's say veterans, because we have a lot of veterans in organizations. And one of my goals is to find housing. I work with a lot of programs that I'm sure we'll talk about later, that we were finding temporary or transitional housing for veterans. And also, we are very concerned about the high suicide rate for veterans, which stands between 19 and 21%, depending on the region. So we wanted to address that. So, okay, that's pillar number 3 would be veterans. And then 4th, we wanted to work with spiritual enlightenment in the community in general. So we said we'll just say the 4th pillar is the community in general, with the emphasis on spirituality and developing spirituality. So those are our 4 pillars of that we wanted to address as a group. And then what we did, we divided up committees, and we said that we wanted to focus in because we couldn't do it all at one time. So we would find chair people for each of the committees, and we would come up with goals and plans and action points that would help us develop and to address those 4 very important pillars in our community.
So talk to me about some of the partnerships that you all have formed in the community. Obviously, it's very difficult to work in the community by yourself. I don't care how great the organization is. So talk to me about some partnerships that you all have formed.
Well, one of the things we're very proud of is through the leadership of our president, Robert McKinney, and with our Sergeant of Arms, Michael Hatter. They've been working with Matt Kelly Elementary School and working with them not only in the aspect of kind of enlightening them about the growth potentials and their future, but also kind of financing and working with youth football, flag football league they developed there, and also eventually developing scholarship plans for them. So that's one of the pillars that we've addressed, and their leadership has had made it grow, and we've worked with them for the last 3 years, and we're very proud of what we've done there. Also with the veterans portion, we work with the American Legion, primarily post 10. We work with their group. They've been very helpful in identifying different needs for the veterans. And like I said, we've been working with a group that I'm the CEO of, which is the Veterans Strategic Housing Alliance, where basically we find temporary transitional housing and eventually permanent housing for veterans who are displaced right now. And then also we find programs for them to address their PTSD, which is primarily one of the problems with most of the veterans in our community right now. And then of course, mental health, which is something that has gone in denial for so long. So we've addressed those problems, and that's some of the things that we try to find programs and work with our veterans on. And then with our seniors, we've worked with the Doolittle Senior Center, we've worked with Pearson, and we work with MLK in developing different programs. We wanted to develop a kind of an awareness program for those who are food challenged, and then also those who are just left alone. Let's find different organizations, different events, fundraisers that we can help them participate in and fund them on a lot of the activities. And then the spirituality, we work with 2 of the major churches in the area, which is Second Baptist and of course Victory. And we have a lot of members that are members of both of those, and we kind of work with them in developing a spiritual handbook that we can pass on to our members and to the people in the community that we think can help them improve their daily life and functionality.
Listen, there are some people who are listening to us and they're saying, I want to be involved in something like that. How do they contact you?
Well, that's great. You know, we have people waiting to tell them and discuss the organization and show them the benefits. They go on our website, which is www.ooglv.com, or they can email us directly at info@ooglv.com. So definitely those are the two major ways they can contact us. They can look at our website, and then they can also email us, and we can kind of give them more information. And then we can also invite them to one of our meetings where they can come and sit in and kind of listen to what we're trying to do and participate with questions, and to kind of make their own evaluation if they think this organization is best suited for them. But we definitely want to encourage them to come on, because we need all kind of skill sets. We need all kind of knowledge sets. We need all kind of personalities to be involved.
Love that. Love what you guys are doing. Where do you see this organization being in 5 years?
I think we continue to grow. As our membership grows, we'll have the ability to achieve a lot of the goals that we've talked about earlier. We want to build temporary housing. We're looking at that with the city. We work with some of the municipalities. We work with some of the officials and political people in trying to develop a transitional housing and program for the veterans. Also, we're working with a lot of the other nonprofits in the area to address the senior issues. And of course, the youth is one of the big things. We want to develop scholarship programs. So in 5 years, I think we will have accomplished a lot of these goals. We've reached the targets that we've set for ourselves. Now, we made some very lofty targets, but we're real confident that we will reach them. And then I'm going to kind of put a plug in here, kind of a shameless plug. We have the honor of having Brother Mel as one of our members, and with his skill set and with his knowledge and his enthusiasm, we feel very comfortable in reaching our goals.
That is really fantastic. Listen, it's been a thrill having you on the show. I'm excited about the OOGs, the original outstanding gentlemen, and the potential of the organization. Some of the things that the organization is doing now, really making a difference in our valley. And everybody has to make a contribution. It's not enough just to live in a community. You must make a contribution. And for those of you who have not found a way or an organization that you have joined that makes a contribution, and you're looking for a way to make a contribution, the original outstanding gentleman just might be for you. And if you're not interested right now in joining, then perhaps you would be interested in donating. So I understand there's a way for people to donate through our website. Would you please give them our website address?
Yes, I'd be glad to. It's www.ooglv.com. And we have a saying in the veteran community. We say that we appreciate everyone supporting the troops, but we'd like to go next step further and support the troops. So just don't support them one way, contribute and help them find a way to address a lot of their concerns when they're trying to assimilate back into civilian life. So let's not just talk the talk, let's walk the walk.
I want to leave the last word with you, Grady. What is it that you would like to leave our listening audience with?
That it takes more than just conversation. We need you out. We need you to participate. We need you to contribute. We need you to volunteer. We need all those things, because as we know, in this climate that we're in right now, there's a lot of odds against us. So we need to stack the deck on our side. And we can only do that by uniting together, working together, and praying together.
His name is Grady Hays. The organization is the original Outstanding Gentleman. And you heard it here on The Culture Xperience with Mel and Bruce. And remember, celebrate the culture. The original Outstanding Gentleman invite you to Mardi Gras in Las Vegas, a special fundraiser to support veterans, seniors, and youth in our valley. The date is Saturday, February 21st at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. Doors open at 6 p.m. with dinner, dancing, and live entertainment. Get your tickets now at eventbrite.com.
The Culture Experience.